What's up, everyone? Today we have a HRX217. It's a commercial-ish, I would say commercial, grade mower that has a problem. A dangling piece of wire right there is the problem. That wire is the clutch cable, or at least what's left of it. So what we need to do is we need to replace the cable. Now if you look at it, that goes right here, and then it goes into that little crevice, snaps into place, and the other end I actually already pulled out. It just has a it just fits into a little chamber. When you pull on the handle, it engages the clutch, and that's it. So it's gonna be hopefully a real easy, quick video, but hopefully it will give someone a little insight on how to do so. Main reason why I want to do this is the cable. The cable is going to be a little different. Here's the cable. If you just type in HRX217, you get a whole lot of cables, but the real one that we are going to want to have, that's the part number 54530V87-000. Coincidentally enough, the fastest and easiest way I've found it was to order from Amazon. Usually just get it from replacement parts, but they, for whatever reason, didn't have it. So Amazon it was. If you type in that number, you'll be able to get it either on Amazon or eBay or Parts Tree or wherever you want to buy it from. But this is the cable. So let me get it open and see what we have. The reason why it's kind of hard to find is that you get, I want to say like 2 or 3 options. One you want to get, at least for this model, like I said, it's a HRX217 K5HYAA, but most of them should be this way, I believe, at least the commercial ones. So you're gonna have this end, and on the other side you're gonna have this end. I believe this was the hard one. Sometimes they have a Z bend on them. That's not the one you want, and other times this side had a Z bend. That's also not what you want. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take it off. As you can see right here, there's 2 10mm nuts. It just kind of keeps it on a little bracket. I'm going to take off the bracket. At that point, the other end, I'm just going to take like a pair of pliers and just pull it through, and it should go all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one off camera, but for the bottom, we'll go ahead and look at it. I took the blades off because I'm going to be sharpening them, but you don't have to. You can just move them out of the way. However, whatever you do, I'd recommend getting the right pair of pliers, unlike me. But either way, whatever you do, you should most definitely, whenever you are working anywhere near the blades, unplug the spark plug. If you really want to go the extra mile, you can even take it out. Sometimes, however, though, that can cause a little bit of a problem. So just pushing on the 2 little tabs, pushing it in, can allow us to pull this through. Hopefully it doesn't get caught. It probably will, and it did. But it's okay. There we go. That's in, or that's out. Now, let's go ahead and put in the other one. This sometimes can be a little bit of a chore because of where it likes to come out. Let's see if I can guide it away. It's a lot easier if you can see it. There we go. Okay, so we simply push it in until we hear that click, which we haven't yet. There we go. That little ball, don't know if you can see, but fits in right there. I'm gonna use a pair of pliers so I can make it hopefully easier on myself. And there we have it. Okay, now I'm gonna take like a pair of plastic clamps. I'm gonna clamp the other end of the cable so that doesn't come loose and fall right back out. Okay, so in there is gonna be really hard to show you. This is the old one. This is a pin that goes through, and it's going to go through a clamp. It's going to hold the cable in place. The other end of the pin, you have to take out this little cotter pin too, and then you just take it out. The pin slides out. You put the new one in, put the new one in, put the pin back in, bend it back where it needs to be so it's secure, and that's it. Like I said, it's a real close area. It's going to be hard for me to put my hands, pair of pliers, and the camera in there for all of us to see. So I think this is going to be a little bit better, but I'll show you a more up-close version of it once it's installed. Okay, here it is. There's the pin. There's the cable. And there's the clip. So it's important to note that when you do this, it should not be in the guide. Now for the guide, I need to do this with multiple hands, but I'm going to tighten this not that way, I'm not, until the cable is tight. And then I'm going to take the second nut and just tighten it to the bracket. I don't want any slop with the handle in a resting position. That way when you engage the handle, there's no leeway, there's no play, there's no nothing. So I'll go ahead and get that done. And this is why I say the resting position. I did not do it in the resting position to kind of show you. So technically, this is how it was, but I did not do anything down here. I did not put it in the right place. It wasn't in the resting position. So now when you push on this, nothing happens until you get to right about here. It's not engaging. So that's why you need to make sure it's in a resting position when you do all the final tightening. Otherwise you will not actually be engaging the cable whatsoever. I've installed the blades, connected the plug, cable's done. Now something I did kind of forget to mention, and I did wrong. So I put the cable in the middle of the bracket. It actually needs to go on the outside of the bracket. The middle is where the clamp actually goes. That's my fault. Tried to get you in there to see it, but with the handle down to kind of show you the action of it, it was really hard. So just remember it's on the outside of the bracket. If you put it in the middle, you'll find out real quick that you did it wrong, trust me. It's all tight. Cable should be ready to go. It's installed. I've never started this before, so hopefully it starts. We'll find out. It does have oil. It's dirty oil, but it has oil. The fuel's off. Maybe we'll wait for that to kind of fill up a little bit before we give it a try. But I can say though is when I pull on the handle to kind of engage the clutch, definitely you can tell there's a little bit of a difference because, well, it's actually engaging something. Let's give this a pull. I think this has a choke that goes all the way over there. We'll find out. Very odd. It's like it's shaking. The blades are sharpened and balanced, so I don't think that's the problem. But what is weird is everything is like super loose up here. I might take that off later. But anyway, it's not the purpose of this video. The purpose is to do what we just did, and we did it. So, if you have the cable that needs to be replaced, it's not that hard. Without filming, it probably would take me like 10 minutes. Maybe. That's if I didn't have to sharpen the blades. Or that's including sharpening the blades, excuse me. So it should be pretty easy. Make sure you get the right part number. If that's not the right one, if you do have a Z-bend, definitely find the correct one for your application. But majority of them I see like this will need this cable. Again, that is 54530-V as in Victor, H as in Henry, 7-000. If you find a knockoff one, I don't really recommend those because Honda cables are definitely a little bit higher quality and they're really not all that much more expensive, and you'll be going through a whole lot less cable. But if you can find one through Extends, don't know if they make them, they're pretty decent, at least as a company. I don't know about their cable, but who knows. I'm gonna let you go. If you like what you see, keep watching, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good day.